Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Today's flavor, back to the raspberry and the chocolate. So it's supposed to be 84 degrees today. It's sunny, and I need to get out in the garden early today because it's getting to the top of my Goldilocks comfort zone. So I have to water. I didn't water yesterday because things looked like they still had enough of a drink from the rains we had. But today I definitely have to water or everything will be dried up. That is the downside to gardening in containers. You have to definitely keep an eye on the moisture level in your soil. Otherwise, your tomatoes will crack and everything will dry up, and you won't have a good harvest. So that gets to be tedious about the end of July, but I still do want to set up a little bit of a water system in there. It's not too late for that. I'll still get good use out of it for the rest of the summer, because even September and the beginning of October can still be pretty warm around here. Now our first frost date is around the middle of October. So the weather does start to get colder at night then, but that's really good for your brassicas, your cabbages, and your broccolis, cauliflower. So pretty soon it'll be a good time, if you have a mind to have a fall garden, to start your brassicas indoors. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have a fall garden. I may need a break by then. And then I'll probably go back to buying the flash food boxes. But the flash foods have gotten kind of expensive, for food that's near expiration. And I don't know. I think they've jacked up the prices too. Now the fruit and the vegetable boxes, they're still $5. So I think that would still be okay, but the other things that they sell, I don't know if it's really that great a bargain. So anyway, that's my little spiel on flash foods. I haven't gotten flash foods in a long time. I haven't found it necessary. So okay, let's fix up the coffee. So I'm still trying to use what I have and only replacing those things that I use. And it really takes me a long time to go through my food. I'm not a real big eater anymore. When I was younger, I could eat more than my dad. But I just can't eat that much anymore. And I'm definitely not a lightweight, but I'm not real heavy either. So I could lose a few pounds. That would be helpful, but I'm not worried about it. I feel okay, and I look okay, so I'm okay, you're okay. Remember that book? I think that was out in the 70s. I don't know. I should find that book and reread it. I'll bet they have it at the library. So, okay. Cheers. Let's give this a taste. Yep, the chocolate raspberry is still my favorite. My favorite was always hazelnut, and I still like hazelnut. But since I discovered this chocolate raspberry, I enjoy that. It's a good morning cup of coffee. And I know the creamer isn't good for you, but I usually only have 1 cup a day, sometimes 2. So everything in moderation. That is my motto. And so far, so good. Sometimes you don't find out till later that it wasn't so good, but oh well, what are you going to do? You got to enjoy your life too and enjoy the things you enjoy. So, okay, I will meet you at the budget book, and we'll see how the old money spending situation is going. Somebody has to go to the potty, I think. Yeah? You gotta go? All right, let's go. Let's go. Oh, she gets excited about everything. I'm going to take your picture and you won't like it. You won't like it. I still haven't fixed this door, which is really annoying to open. Oh, I gotta have my handyman over to look at it. So there's the garden today. Ah, what a glorious morning. My puppy here loves to lay on my feet. This is where I sit at the kitchen table, and he's always there, except I'm standing here. And we match. We're both black and white this morning. I love these guys. They're so much fun. Nappy time. All right, here we are back at the budget book. So yesterday, my daughter went to Aldi's, and I had her pick up 4 avocados for me. They were, I think, 49 or 59 cents. I can't remember which. And I owed her $3 for a loaf of rye bread that she had picked up for me. So I did spend money yesterday, even though I didn't go to the store personally. But that is always a good way to rein in your spending, is to have somebody else pick something up at the store for you. That way you won't impulse buy, and you won't buy more things than what you actually need. So if you're fortunate enough to have a shopper that is willing to do that. Now, she doesn't always shop for me, but if she's going to the store sometimes, like if she goes to Costco or somewhere, she'll ask me if I need anything. And that way I only spend for what I need. So that's what I did. And so now I have rye bread to eat with my cream cheese and cucumbers and ranch dressing. Yum. It's one of my favorite breakfasts. And I also have tomatoes that I had that I need to eat up, that I like to eat with, I make a guacamole, and I eat that on, it's like avocado and toast kind of thing. So I'll have plenty for breakfast. I have lots of eggs. I'm very fortunate in that my daughter has chickens, and she provides me with fresh eggs. So I'm very thankful for that. And I really don't need to do a whole lot of shopping. I still have creamer. I have a couple creamers left, so that's good. I stock up on that, so I don't have to go to the store all the time. I have a lot of greens out there that I can either cook or have as a salad, so I don't need to spend a lot of money on food. Thank God for that. Plus, I also save a lot of money on gasoline because I don't have to drive to the store. Even though the stores that I go to are within 3 miles of my home, and they're all in the same area, so I don't waste a whole lot of gas. The furthest that I go, now that I'm not going to the boat anymore on the weekends, is about, I think it's 9 miles to my mom's house. Now, it does take me 25 to 30 minutes to get there with all the lights and things, But even so, that's not that far. So I don't spend a whole lot of money on gas. And when I do need gas, I try to time it with my Costco trips when I have to go get dog food. That doesn't always happen because sometimes I go with my daughter and she'll drive. But that's anyway what I try to do. So, okay, that's it for the budget. I'm going to take you out into my garden now. I have a couple things I want to plant. And then I do have to do some cleanup out there, put my tools away, clean those up, because they're still all out there. So anyway, without further ado, let's see what's going on in the garden. Hi, I'm in my garden. Oh boy. So here's my little Meyer lemon. I need to pot this up. I grew this from my Meyer lemon tree. I gave my daughter one and hers is doing really well. And in here, I want to pot, I hope this is still viable, but I started these golden apple seedlings from store-bought apple. So only one had germinated, but the others look like they might. But this is the little tree. It's starting to grow into the paper towel. This is the little tiny seedling, and it's some sort of a golden apple tree. So I don't want to break the tap root. This is the tap root, and then it gets roots in between. So I'm going to go ahead and plant this. Make sure that the tap root is in the soil. And I know you can't see that. Let me see if I can tilt this down a little. You still can't see it. Well, I'm trying, folks. I'm trying. Can you see it now? And then the sun is shining. Nope, you can't. Well, anyway, I want to make sure that all the roots are underneath. And it's kind of curling around, so, but usually the leaves will find their way up to the light. So I'm hoping that's what's going to happen there. So I got all the root underneath. So there we go. And I'm having a real hard time seeing the screen. So that's going to live inside with me for a little bit so I can keep an eye on it until it comes up and grows a little better. And, oh, I'm sorry. So hopefully I'll get an apple tree out of that. And then I'm going to plant the little Meyer lemon in here. And I'm so excited because my Meyer lemon out here, I know I'm talking, there we go. My Meyer lemon out here is getting blossoms. I'm excited about that. So in a few days I'll take you on another tour of the food forest. And it has really turned into a food forest. I mean, I came out here after a few days of rain, and holy mackerel, everything is so lush and so green and blooming, and it's wonderful. So these little seedlings, I'm going to try and sprout some more. I don't know if they'll do anything, but they're going to go back in the bag. Keep the paper towel moist, and if the paper towel starts to get funky, I'm going to give it a new paper towel. But at least I got one that's viable. So okay, I'm going to go ahead and plant the little lemon, and I'll be back. Okay, here's my little Meyer lemon. So I really need to come out here and clean up. I've got a lot of containers and things still from when I was planting, and it needs to be cleaned up. I'll show you what I've got going. I need to put my tools away and other things because I'm pretty much done planting. I just have to plant these petunias yet, and then these coleus that I winter sowed. So I need to plant those yet. So let's take a look around and see what else needs to be planted. Getting some nice tomatoes and lots of blossoms. Time to give them a shake. Do a little fertilizing here. Some people use a little electric toothbrush. You know, you can buy those cheap ones. But I don't know, I find doing it by hand works too. They seem to be doing fine. And here are my little, I don't know if you can see that, Meyer lemon buds. Got some there, and all kinds of leaves popping out. Got some buds there. So it takes like 6 months for a lemon to ripen. So I'm going to have to take this inside and hopefully the lemons don't fall off. But they did live inside last year for a while. My plum tree is still doing beautifully. So hopefully next year I'll get some plums. My lettuce is almost all bolted. I need to harvest this. It's still edible, so I will eat that. This little guy is having a hard time getting started. Now, I don't know. This is my Honeycrisp, and it's got some, but it doesn't look like the part that's on the graft is doing anything. All this is below the graft, so it's probably just going to be a wild apple tree. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited about my squashes. Look at the beautiful flower on my eggplant. This is all doing so well. So this is all yellow squash. I still have my radish. It's in there. I have to see if these are ready yet. I have to open one up so that these little guys, these are zucchinis, can grow. So, but this is my other zucchini, which is absolutely monstrous. All kinds of zucchini fruit in there, waiting for this one to open. It's a female, and hopefully I'll get a male flower that opens so I can pollinate it. But yeah, everything is just going crazy, and I'm so happy. I never dreamt my garden would be this prolific, but it is. I mean, it's just, this is all tomatoes and grapevines, and look at how tall these marigolds got. I think they're African marigolds. They aren't all that tall, but they're starting to bloom, which is good. So, yep, this is my garden so far in July. So it's almost mid-July, and it's just taken off like crazy. So anyway, let me show you what I have to clean up and make this neat. I have all this. I have my tools, and this is still celery that I winter sowed that I'll probably eat part of it and plant some because I have some other celery growing already. And I just love this nasturtium. I love the way it looks with the parsley blooms. And these are calendulas. They're doing well. These rescue flowers are doing well. My chives are finally coming up. They were all shaded. And the oregano is going crazy again, so I have to trim that back. I guess I'm giving a little tour. And more of the rescue flowers. So, okay, just a brief glimpse of my garden in July. And this is finally blooming. Beautiful purple flowers. So there we go. Still some cleaning up to do, and I have to pull all these weeds. They're prolific too. So okay, that's my garden. Well, it's the end of another day. I went and visited my mom for a couple of hours. She's doing fine. She showed me her tomatoes. She has got a lot of tomatoes in the couple plants that she has. And she's got some peppers and all her flowers. She used to grow a pretty good sized vegetable garden years ago, but you know, she's 94, so now she has a couple pots that she has some tomatoes in and some peppers, and you know, it keeps her connected to the gardening a little bit. So other than that, I have a plan for more decluttering, what I want to get rid of, but I didn't have time to do that today with going to visit my mom. So I'll work on that again tomorrow and see how far I get. But I've got a little pile started in the garage that's going to be going to the donation, and they'll be coming next week on the 18th. So I want to gather quite a bit more stuff, and hopefully somebody else can use it, and they can make a little money off of it and donate it to the senior dogs. So that's really all I have for you today, my friends. So I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself, be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.